And we're going to start with Psalm 95:3. For the Lord is a great God and a great King above all gods. Now, my first consideration is that I see the conjunction and here, which immediately ought to signal for me a coordinate relationship. At least I'm leaning that direction. I know that a series, the primary conjunction or connecting word is and. But in this case, it doesn't seem to fit because the idea of a coordinate relationship is that each statement is making an independent contribution to the whole. But I don't see these two statements making independent contributions from each other. The reality is the second statement is unpacking really the same idea as that of the first. And so I'm going to lean toward a restatement instead of a coordinate relationship. So my second consideration is that I know that often in poetry, Hebrew poetry, there is a kind of parallelism that is practiced in which the second line helps us explain or add color to the first by restating it in different words. And I think that's what we have here, since when I read these two statements, the ideas seem to overlap. The great king is the Lord, great God, he's great, a great king above all gods. And so my third consideration is to try out a testing conjunction. So since I'm looking at a restatement here, I'm going to try out my testing conjunction, that is. That is the main testing conjunction for idea explanation, which is the primary restatement relationship. So when I plug it in and I read, for the Lord is a great God, that is, a great king above all gods. Now that does seem to follow the logic of the passage, the second unpacking or explaining. And so I think this is an idea explanation. It's right here, the relationship between a statement and another clarifying its meaning or expounding on a single word or the entire idea. And there's my testing conjunction, that is. So consider what God is doing by repeating himself here. Ultimately, that's what he's doing. He's repeating himself by expansion, just a little bit of expansion. What is he doing? He's giving a reason. The whole idea of this verse is that he's giving a reason for the call to worship. This psalm is thematically a giant, broad call to worship over and over again. And this verse in front of us is one of the reasons that we should come to worship God. And it's an objective reason. He really is a great God. But to understand what he means, let's unpack that idea. He's a great king. He's an authority figure. In fact, an authority figure that is above every other little g God or anything else that might be worshipped by sinful human beings. Consider what this means. That we as humans are so sinful that we don't understand implicitly how great God is. We need to receive it by faith and answer the call. But when we do, we begin to see how great he is and understand it. It's impressed upon our hearts and our minds. And that's the hope we have when we answer the call. We get to see and experience the great God. And that's what David is calling us to. He has some experience of this, and he is leading others into it.
There are two common questions on the mind of a man preparing a Bible teaching. What can I say about this text, and what is this text saying? Well, the former matters a little. The latter is the key to faithfulness. The bracketing Bible study method helps me get this right, guarding me from preaching a smashing sermon made up merely of my own opinions. Check it out at Biblearc Equip.